Hey man, sex is. Shh! Don't talk so loud about it. No, yeah, it's time to shout out loud about it. Oh man, this episode was so fun to record. Talking to Elnaz and Sanjali, I had the chance to understand a journey, to bring a change, to break the stigma around sex ed from different perspectives. When you'll reach the middle of the episode, you'll hear funny stories of Indians reacting to anything that is considered taboo in our society and whatnot. So go listen to this episode for some fun and insightful conversation and give us your feedback. Hi Elnaz, hi Sanjali. Thank you so much for doing this episode with me today. I'm really excited and pumped up to talk about the topic that we are going to talk about. First of all, hats off to both of you for starting such a wonderful page. It's really attractive. It has caught my eye and a lot of my friends' eye also. And I believe that you guys are doing wonderful job. So thank you so much for doing that and agreeing to do this episode.
Hi guys, I'm Elnaz Alia. I'm 19 years old and I'm currently an accessory design student at NIFT New Delhi. I am one of the co-founders of Shout, and it's been a privilege to be able to work for such an important cause in our country. And yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Sanjali Kumar. I am 19-year-old and I'm a student at NIFT New Delhi. I'm doing leather design and I'm the other co-founder of Shout. And it's been almost more than a year since we started working on this project, and we have completed 6 months of Shout. We started it in November. Yeah, that's about it.
So I just want to ask you the first question and go ahead with that. How did you guys have the idea to start Shout? Like, what was the thought process you guys had? And it's basically focuses on sex education, and you guys are doing, as I said before, you guys are doing such an incredible job to actually portray what needs to be portrayed. Your posts are such, I would say, graphical, knowledgeable, and with a lot of things that is there. I think it's really nice to see that somebody can be that bold about talking about sex education. So I would really like to know, how did you guys have this idea and how this whole page came about?
Okay, so last year in January, was it last year?
Yes, it was last
Yeah,
year,
last year
2020.
in January, we had this subject in which we would talk some design thinking methods, right? And we were supposed to solve a problem using those methods. All right. So we were a group of 5 to 6 people initially, and we came up with 15 topics. But Elnaz and I were very keen on sex education in India, because at around that time the sex education season 2 had come out on Netflix, and I think Elnaz will explain the theatrical performance better than me.
So what had happened was that, initially, we were told to talk about social problems, right?
Yeah.
And everyone around us, they were like, okay, the road is not constructed well, some emergency plan. And we were just, and because we share such a common interest of exaggeration and, drama. So we remember very casually discussing that, oh my God, you remember this? And it just randomly striked us that, okay, wait, this is actually a problem. Upar se we just very casually said that it is a problem and we can consider it, because we had to come up with a list of 10 problems that we see. And when we were told that we were supposed to come up with a design solution to, overcome this problem or create awareness, the instant, connection we had was to this gigantic vaginal opening of one of the theatrical performances in Sex Ed Part 2. And I remember telling Sanjali that, listen, Sanjali, if we get to do this, and if we are able to make this gigantic situation, we are going to ace it.
Because initially we were supposed to do it offline, right? No one knew COVID was coming for us. So we had decided that and in the end, we have this jury. So we'll make a nice installment in a park and we'll get a lot of attraction and things like that.
So we had like high hopes.
Yeah.
High hopes.
So at that time, we had taken surveys like in our class only, among the 40 students, and we realized that it's a bigger problem than what we thought. we had these Google Doc surveys, not only in our class, then we extended it to our college also. And then our school friends and, our age people. And then we realized that school mein to kisi ne kuch sikhaya hi nahi hai. There were very less amount of people who actually had sex education in their school. Like Elnaz was one of them, I guess. But I was not. Yeah. So, that's where we bring two perspectives in Shout. So we convinced our teacher and we went ahead with this. And that's how Shout came into, we started Shout in a way.
Okay.
Technically, I mean, this is why the concept came up. Like, we developed the entire concept that this is what we want to do. This is how we would probably, get the attention, etc. Although we would never, I mean, personally, until I gave the jury, I had no idea that we will actually make it happen. So our juries ended in June, July, and uske baad, I think it was just dead. It was just another project we had worked on, and that's about it. But eventually, I think within a month or two, we realized that, because there were certain ups and downs. I mean, talking about them is a little unfair. So there were certain situations that happened, and we realized that if we do not do this now, we didn't think that there was more appropriate time to be able to do this. And I was isolating myself in the last week of November from COVID, and I called Sanjali up and I was like, Sanjali, you know what, we don't have time, we're just doing this tomorrow. And that's quite literally how it happened. Next day, we just sat down, acha naam kya dena hai? Okay, Shout. And Shout ka relevance we'll talk about soon. And we just made the page, we made the thing, and we're like, you know what, let's just get started. So initially, while we started working, it was just the two of us. Before we expanded into like a, social media team and like a PR marketing team, we were just the two of us doing everything. And I think that time I personally forgot about my semester and all my classes. I was like, okay, what is this? I don't need to study. And it became all about that. So I think that was Shout. That's been the origin of Shout.
That's amazing. But, as you guys were talking about, you both were talking about sex education. And when it comes to talking about sex as a whole, education तो बहुत दूर की बात है, but as sex के बारे में अगर किसी को बात करना है, there is a lot of taboo around like saying that word. We have made fun of that word when we have seen in forms कि हाँ sex या gender, वहाँ पे कितना fun, like every person has done that somewhere or the other. So I would really like to know what kind of prejudices have you guys faced. I won't touch the part of the family thing right now, but really, as you guys started, as you both started this whole thing, and then it became a whole page and a whole setup, and you guys were posting things and everything. How was the response of people? What kind of prejudices did you guys face there?
I mean, I think one of the major prejudice. I mean, again, right? It's just the Indian society has so many notions about something they have no knowledge about. This is our hobby, to jump to conclusions. जो सुना उसकी बात बना दी. So I think more than facing anything, it was just like, oh, तुम करोगे. मतलब, it became more than them asking us, why are you doing sex education? It wasn't even personally. For me, it wasn't that. To me, it was direct comments about knowing about my personal life, right? कि अच्छा तुमने तो बहुत कुछ किया होगा तभी तो तुम बोल रही हो. Okay, and I mean, what I'm sure people might also be thinking is that, oh, what kind of girls are these? Like, at least our comments after our reels and our posts are like, oh, what kind of girls?
Yeah, like, tell us your personal experiences. I mean that day, sorry. Yeah. We were on live that day and we were talking about something very basic, as to how there are some girls who, undergo bleeding, and that somebody's like asking, okay, did you bleed? And I was like, okay, not your business. So it's more than, them. So more than having associations of why doing sex ed, या फिर ये क्यों कर रहे हो, ये तो पूछा मुझसे किसी ने ये नहीं पूछा that why did you choose sex ed, कुछ और क्यों नहीं कर लिया, ये तो पूछा ही नहीं.
For us, it was direct ki, "Ooh, what
And
have they done that they're doing sex ed?"
sometimes I feel that it's more like making fun of us. They don't
Yeah.
mean it literally. They just, are trying to pull our leg because it's a topic about sex. That's why.
Well, I've also heard, to add to what Sanjali said, that it honestly, personally disgusts me when someone would even say this, but they're like, Acha, matlab, because, okay, touch word, Shout had a immediate increase in terms of following, in terms of interaction within quite literally 2 weeks,
Yeah.
right? So within the first month,
right?
in the last week of January. So we weren't even expecting it.
Yeah.
We were approximately around 500 followers and we shot up to 25K. We shot up. And that time, what I heard from people was, हाँ दो सुंदर लड़के हैं, सेक्स के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, ये नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा? ठीक है, okay, I take it as a compliment too. But at the same time, why that? Right? And I think this is something I even spoke to Thanjali about, and like our core had a meeting and I told them that maybe this is the kind of mentality Shout intends to change. That maybe a few years down the line, there is no child, and this was a boy saying, किसी लड़की ने आज तक कभी मुझे ये आके नहीं बोला, ओ तुम सेक्स के बारे में बात कर रही हो. It's always been that. So I really hope, sorry.
But we have had girls commenting saying that besharam ladkiyan and things like that on our reels, and so there have been girls from that category.
But I think again, notions, right? Preconceived notions, no.
They have been brought up and things like that.
And I'm very sorry to say this, but it's very convenient for the people out in the society to make judgments when they're probably doing it themselves. Like hypocrisy should be a synonym of India because that's what we do. Right? So I mean, I think, and we are too above and beyond these prejudices. I mean, to be very honest, personally, to me, there is it doesn't bother me anymore. Like sometimes, my friends also, Sanjali also have spoken about this, that what if one day it bothers me, because by God's grace, I've cut it out, right? Like whenever there are comments or something, I'll just say, okay, sure. But it, after a point, because, well, in the social media age, because it's being driven in that way, it's very hard to strike that balance. That, yes, yourself, you're fine as well, because कहने के लिए तो it's just another comment. But when you see tons and tons of them coming, it just sucks. So, talking about prejudices, I think this is what it is. Like, that's, I think, where I draw my line,
Actually, when we were experiencing these kinds of comments, Elad and I were, like, mentally very affected, like, initially. Because at that time, we were going through each and every one of them, right? And I think this is before we shot up, actually. And after we shot up, there were another category of comments only. More.
After that, it didn't bother.
Yeah, I think later on we stopped even going through each and every one of them because we know it will bother us. And after a while, we were ignorant towards it, and we are totally fine now. Even if someone says anything, we are like, "It hey, love." It doesn't bother us anymore. So,
I think it's because our close ones, touch would have shown ample support, and I think even for Sanjali, for that matter, yes, there are times when we are a little hush about talking about this topic, even at home, right? Because after all, it's an Indian household. There is some dignity to maintain. There is some kind of decorum to be maintained. So I understand that, but at any point, there has never been something where any of our parents have would come up to us and said that, what are you doing? What kind of a disgusting girl are you? Or any of that. So, I mean, till the time we have that support, I don't think it bothers us anymore beyond that point.
Do you think, my question here, mainly I don't want to touch this topic, but I'm very intrigued right now.
Go ahead.
I just want to directly ask you guys, do you think if someone who was who was a male, and both of you were not there, but two people who are male, they started something like this, would that be the same situation with them?
I think first of all, the audience would see it as a joke. because होता है ना देख क्या बना है, बहुत बढ़िया चीज है, चलो फॉरवर्ड. I am I wrong here? Because ये बहुत
No.
कॉमन होता है. कोई आदमी करता है ना, that it very automatically associated with that. Oh my god, so funny, so cool. Obviously,
They'll
तब तो
be
you
more
can
like,
watch.
he's cool. He knows so much.
It's so
And things
cool,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, see what is he doing? Oh, that's my, like, then you take pride over it.
Yeah,
Oh, देख
that's
मेरे
my
दोस्त ने ये
that's my
बनाया.
struggle.
Yeah. Now that two girls are doing it, ooh, they must have done something very cocky in their life that they're doing this and they need to spread it. They completely, I think, forget the concept of awareness, and they think, oh, what have they done in life that they have to talk about this?
Yeah.
I asked this question just because I needed to, understand आप लोग के mentality में क्या चलता है, because obviously you guys get affected. As you said, कोई भी hate comment हो, कोई भी creepy comment हो, कोई भी vulgar comment हो, vulgar message हो, कुछ भी हो, you will get affected. I myself get affected when I see not these kinds of comments, but any comment of that sort where it can, it can be a hate comment or anything. चाहे कितना ही फॉलोअर्स बढ़ जाए, चाहे कितना ही रील्स डाल दे, चाहे कितना ही हम लोग एक्सपीरियंस हो जाए, बट आई थिंक दीज थिंग्स विल गेट अफेक्टेड. बट अंडरस्टैंडिंग द फैक्ट कि yes, I also agree कि I have seen this myself where when I talk about these things somewhere, yes, हमको boost मिलता है from people like हाँ ये मेरा दोस्त है, this I'm dating this guy, he's doing this and that. but कोई लड़की अगर कर ले तो सबके पहले यही आता है माथा में, शी ऐसे कैसे बात कर रहा है ये, how is she just doing it, उसको शर्म नहीं है, anything like that. So I totally understand, ये चीज पूछना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी था क्योंकि काफी लोग शायद करना चाहते होंगे, करना नहीं चाहते होंगे, बट वो एक आ जाता है ना कि लोग क्या कहेंगे. यहाँ पे डोंट गिव अ डैम वाला सिचुएशन है, बिकॉज इफ यू वांट टू स्प्रेड अवेयरनेस अबाउट समथिंग दैट इज स्टीरियोटिपिकल इन इंडिया, you have to have this mentality, और आपको mentally strong होना पड़ेगा कि yes, you don't give a shit about what goes on around you, you just have to break that stereotype. So it's really nice to see that you guys have, more power to both of you, to be honest, because इतना easy नहीं है talking about anything on the internet, that too. Being vulnerable in the internet is something like कि तू क्यों हंस रहा है, और तू क्यों रो रहा है, why are you sharing your story, why are you doing this, why are you doing that. So ये सब के बारे में तो कोई और ही बात है. But as we have touched this topic, so I would really like to ask you guys, what was more difficult then? Letting people know why you had to break the stereotype around sex ed, or why, while starting, that was very difficult. I don't think so that starting was that difficult as compared to making people understand, because you guys had the compatibility and understanding कि कैसे start करना है and क्या करना है. So
I think it was more difficult to, making people understand about sex education, why it's important to talk about. And सबसे ज़्यादा important ये है कि sex education is not only about sex. We keep getting DMs only about related to sex. That's it. But people.
I think they want to mainly sex stuff. उन्हें लगता है कि मतलब they actually, I think Sanji and I even get personal comments कि oh, you're the co-founder na, can you help me with this? And I remember बीच में
DM from my personal account.
That's exactly what I'm referring to.
And in fact, I forgot to mention this in the last question. We have also received dick pics in our DMs. Okay, dick pics. Then we have received. Do you have any girls whom you can send over?
Yeah. I mean, you want to judge the mentality of Indians. I mean, I would only say Indians because that's mainly the audience we have covered so far. It is gross. It is gross. I mean, I understand a human has needs. Everyone does. But just because you're seeing two girls on the net talk about it, does not mean we're interested in you. Right? I mean, they feel the Shout is also a platform where you can, girls will, DM you to get action or any of that. मतलब उन्होंने हमारा comment तो वही बना रखा है, DM for pics, DM for an active conversation. So it's really bad. Can't do a thing.
Oh, I'm blank now.
I personally, for me, more than making people understand now. So for me, I think it was more of the starting bit. Why? Because first of all, level one was to convince family to understand what the inner circle will react like. Because again, starting again, it's not that hard, more than maintenance is. And the kind of events that occurred, it may be the interaction that you're receiving on social media, or it also might be just those little things that kept happening, which just ruined the entire smooth path we wanted to create. I think that was what was more harder, because the followers who follow us, like everyone who's following us, they want the education. So I don't think, obviously, why you need it is, why we're even doing things like this, right? So that is still वो समझ आती है, because deep down everyone knows that they need it, but वो बस बोलते नहीं हैं. But to be able to successfully give them that knowledge and of the same level, or rather just keep improving it, personally, that's what I find harder. Because I think it'll be harder, it's very it'll be more difficult if I go explain somebody how to me personally, it won't be that hard to tell someone why is it important. Okay, we can give you our self-conducted stats, we can give you ample यार उन्हें खुद बोल दो, खुद ही बोल देंगे, मतलब 3 minutes into conversation, yes we need it. Okay, so more than that, I personally feel that it's been maintenance of content, of the right education, of the right sources. It's those things that's personally been a little more harder for me.
So, getting this point together, has it been enlightening for both of you, posting things and understanding, sex ed as well? Because I think आप लोग को भी, like as you said, Sanjali, that Elnaz was someone who got sex ed in school. I was also someone who got sex ed in school, but मुझे sex ed में खाली इतना ही पता चलता था कि STDs क्या होते हैं, and like pictures of STDs. I mean, how can you actually show pictures of those? And कितना gross effect आता था, तो उधर ही हमें ऐसा लगता था कि how can someone only talk about sex ed related to this, because there are a lot of aspects to sex ed. So आप लोग के लिए क्या enlightening था? I would really like to know that.
I think we learn through the process of content creation. Like every time we are planning on a new series, we find new things. We get to learn more things. And I think with our followers, we are also learning more and more each day, because we also do proper research before we put our content, right? And that is the main learning point we have, I feel, in every aspect.
I agree. Good. And I think because again, Sanjay very correctly pointed out content creation. So we're going through so many topics every day. Like personally, what I do is I have I think 5-10 tabs are open because we're trying to figure out how to plan ahead, right? So I have these tabs open, and it is so amusing to see such amazing kind of topics related to sex ed on the internet. Obviously, what they provide you is so diverse in one article. Like you will go one paragraph down and you'll be like, listen, I'm done for the day. It's like reading, like a very, very heavy novel. But I think that's, again, content creation is how I've even learned. Because even I have received sex ed, but for me, sex ed was, okay, menstruation, you have HIV and AIDS, STDs में बस यही आता है, और कैसे कहता, हाँ, male organs, female organs, the sperm goes into the air, fertilizes, you have a baby, there's the wall, blah, 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 and that is it. That was sex ed, I think, for the most of us, because science 8th and 10th में तो यही पढ़ाते हैं, हमारे लिए तो यही था, देखो. So after that, there were just so many little things. Like even before we started Shout, I got to know about so many different kinds of, sexually transmitted infections. Disease तो दूर की बात है, infections ही इतने होते हैं. How little symptoms differentiate a different problem. I learned about discharge. I learned about. I mean, it was mind blowing when I got to reading about it. And thanks to Shout, I've learned so much. throughout the process. It's unbelievable.
Somewhere you actually understand your own body as well. You know what you are. You understand how it works and what you need, what you aspire, or what you don't need. And the biggest thing is that people don't understand consent as well because of not having sex ed. So in like when I also started understanding sex ed and I was trying to make a whole episode, or I wanted to learn about it, I wanted to talk about it, I got to know from someone, like when I was talking to someone, then मुझे बस उन्होंने like उसने बोला just directly कि female reproductive organs have 3 holes. I was like, I didn't know about that. I researched it, and I actually understood that there are a lot of things when it comes to sex ed, just not related to sexual reproductive organs or any other thing like that, but also your own body, how you talk about it, how you can be empathetic towards people when it comes to LGBTQIA plus community and whatnot. So I'll move to the next question. I would really like to understand that what do you think we normal people who are actually following you and you're putting out the posts and everything, what do you think we don't understand about sex ed? What misconceptions do we have about it?
That is just about sex.
Yeah.
Dot. I don't think more than that कुछ कहने की जरूरत नहीं, because they feel that they're following us, so उन्हें ना बस sex कैसे करते हैं, क्या करते हैं,
mainly how to do the act. Because
I mean, yes, it's important.
It is a part of sex education, but for me, I feel just like you said, it's about our body. I feel that sex ed is first knowing about your own body, knowing about your preferences, knowing what you like, what you dislike, and then it moves on to sex. So,
and I mean, not only just sex, right? It's see, it's like any other thing you do. Like even when you're writing an exam, it's not just about going and writing, right? You prepare mentally, physically, emotionally. सब ready होके जाते हो ना. Then when you're giving the paper also, you're mentally somewhere, you're emotionally somewhere. Everything has an equal weightage. Similarly, in the case of sex as well, there's so many things. There's physical anatomy,
communication, right?
Exactly.
We have posts on these. We in fact brainstormed on this. There first, decide. Then you communicate with your partner. Then there's talk about consent. So these are like the stages through it.
And I mean, people don't care about it. Like,
they just
with reference to the response, they don't. Like, we gave them posts on communication, because see, communication is very important in anything you do in life, right? But उन्हें तो मतलब ही नहीं उस चीज पे. So they like directly you give us sex content, we are very happy. And that's, I think, the biggest problem of the people who follow us. Right? Like, certain people do understand because they've either been through a situation where they needed to do it. But for the others, for people who are in their own dilemma, or like, people who are in their own oblivion, उन्हें तो लगता है that let's just do it. You tell me about positions, you tell me about, okay, how fast can I orgasm, how can I make my girl orgasm, and they're good.
That's all. I make my girl orgasm. Nothing about it.
There you go. I just wanted to be polite to them. Like I'm directly attacking.
We get questions like, I am this and this, and now tell me about contraceptive. What is plan B and things like that.
Exactly. Like, we've had individuals who have, texted us late at night because, okay, maybe that period is late. And who's texting? The girl is texting. It's not even... Yeah. Obviously, right? I personally feel that if you've been put in a situation, the girl should not be the only restless person at night. You can't orgasm and enjoy the fuck out of yourself. Please beat that out. But but again, it is very important that you do realize that it's not just the sex. Like, yes, I'm so happy you've enjoyed it. I'm really happy if our posts have helped. But there is so much that comes pre and post the activity that people do not know about. And I personally, like, for everyone who's listening, I would honestly, genuinely tell you that please bother considering the, before having sex and after having sex. pros, cons, everything. Do your research, do everything, and then go for it.
Yeah, make an informed choice, basically.
Absolutely.
You guys get a bit emotional and a bit angry when you talk about things like this because, and I completely understand here. I don't think so. People have that kind of knowledge which is required around sex. बाकी सब तो छोड़ ही दो. बाकी बॉडी पॉजिटिविटी, टॉक्सिक मैस्कुलिनिटी, रेसिज्म, सेक्सिज्म, ये सब तो छोड़ ही दो. सेक्स का बात आते ही इट्स ऑल अबाउट और ये भी नहीं कि they can actually think about people of the same gender, people of different. It's always about people with the same like different gender, and I don't understand why people had to have this choice of not actually educating themselves before they do anything related to sex. But अब क्या बोल सकते? This is India, and I don't think so. There has to be a very big revolution when it comes to understanding something like this. As it goes, क्योंकि it's not just about sex. जैसे आप लोग दोनों ने बोला, it's not just about sex. पहले और बाद का जो है aftermath and before sex, whatever it is, you have to take that situation in mind as well. आपको भी उस चीज़ का responsibility लेना पड़ेगा. Plus, this is something very toxic in men mostly, I will say. कि वो लोग बहुत proud feel करते हैं that they have had sex and it's so cool for them and everything. I have been there when people have talked to me like that and made me feel small because I had, इतना जल्दी नहीं हुआ, या it was like 16, 18 years old they have done it and something like that. So I totally get where you guys are coming from, why you guys are doing this and why you are talking like this right now. And it's totally okay, burst out, tell things, because I want people to listen and understand here कि क्या situation होता है, why are you guys doing it, and आप लोग की mentality है क्या exactly, rather than just commenting on your post or DMing you. It's shameful. Like, people can actually do it. और सबसे बड़ा बात, they don't do it from their personal accounts. They have fake accounts for that. So the next question that I want to ask you guys, as you guys started this whole page and talk about sex education during the pandemic, I would really like to know, what comes in your mind when I am someone who was an advocate for mental health, has been for quite some time, and I really like to talk about mental health in all of my episodes. I want to touch that topic every time because I get the idea that when you talk about things, you actually start breaking stereotypes. When someone talks about their mental health, कहीं ना कहीं किसी और के माथे में at least वो हल्का सा रह ही जाएगा unconsciously. So someday when they talk about it, they are ready to actually talk about it freely and having an open mind. So I would really like to know what comes in both of your mind when I say these two words, that is mental health and pandemic.
Okay, so I think for me personally, if pandemic or lockdown wasn't there, I think shout won't be here, because I think that is how we came up with the idea of coming up with an Instagram page for Shout. That's what I feel. And talking about mental health, sometimes it does get very mentally exhausting for both of us to keep creating content and managing the team as well. But then we have mutual understanding, and sometimes Anas takes off, then sometimes I take off and the other one takes over. So I'm really glad that we have that understanding between us. And yeah, that's it.
I think for me, not for me here, but considering Sanjali and I come from a course that is it's very hectic, and we wake up. Personally, for me, my day starts with Shout. It ends with Shout. Like, usually we start the day with the love of their life. The love of my life with Shout. And I wake up, and honestly, it gets so, it's very, very stressful. It's like, always there are messages, because obviously we're on social media. We can't not communicate on social media. So there is so much happening, and that way, it's considering we understand how what kind of a burden it might be on you when you're not mentally, satisfied, or when you're just not out there. So, that's a practice we maintain with the team as well. We tell everybody that if you feel that you just can't do it, you come and tell us, listen, we need a day off. We don't ask them for explanations, right? They just come and tell us that, listen, not feeling it, could we have the weekend? And we're like, you know what, take 2 days extra, enjoy your time, and come back happier so that you're ready to work. So that way, Shout as a team, as a whole, has understood that we do value mental health. And when it comes to our personal, like Sanji very correctly pointed out, that if not for pandemic, I don't think Shout would have been Shout, right? It would just have been another project you upload on Behance, and that's about it. But it was literally, I mean, it does get very, very, it does take an emotional toll. It really does. There are times we feel very low, like very low. And it's not only because of what you see on social media, that just adds on to it. Maybe your work isn't going well, things at home are not fine, you just don't wake up happy, being girls are hormonal. So, it's just so, it just piles up sometimes. And that way, again, very correctly, Sanjali said that we just give each other off. Like, we just tell each other to listen, I need my break. And both of us, that's what we do. Then we, step up. Okay, she's not here, I've got to take care. And that's what I think. And because of the pandemic, I think we started valuing mental health, and not only just mental health, but health in general a lot more. Right? I mean, we do focus a lot on mental health. We really, really do. But, because of the pandemic, we're going through itna zyada, not only because of COVID, but in general, there is burnout. You're sitting at home, you're on the screen all the time, you randomly get fever. So, as a team, we really believe that, be healthy, mentally, emotionally, physically, every which way possible. And I think that's about it.
Having such a, good setup where you can actually talk about your mental health is very rare in the corporate world. I don't think so. People say, yes, we talk about mental health, we are advocates, हाँ हम लोग को पता है mental health बहुत important है, everything सब बोल सकते हैं, काफी लोग करते भी होंगे, but कहीं ना कहीं वो रुकावट आ ही जाता है. But having this understanding, I think the generation that we live in today has a lot to do to understand कि अगर आपका mental health, emotional health, physical health is not 100%, you won't be giving your 100% to the project or to the company, to the enterprise, to the venture, anything. क्योंकि आपके पास है ही नहीं, वो ताकत ही नहीं रहेगा, तो आप कहाँ से कुछ करोगे? So I totally agree, but when it comes to the whole
I think just by starting to talk about it. First, start among your friends.
How should we start?
Right? Just talk about, like, we are trying to spread awareness, right? Then a friend, for example, we post something, then one person shares the post with their friend, and that's how conversation sparks. This is what I feel. So it's the chain reaction, honestly, and by धीरे-धीरे बात करने से things normalize. At home also, you don't have to like straight away talk about sex ed, but you can start talking about something like what you are experiencing as a in your own body. You can talk to it's not necessary that you talk to your parents only. You can talk to your elder brother, or you can talk to some other trusted individual who can help you guide throughout. So I think talking is the main thing which will lead to normalizing the stigma towards sex ed.
I think that see, personally, considering we're in India, आप अगर अपने you go talk to your parents also, if they don't want to tell you, they won't tell you. right? Like जो चीजें बतानी होंगी वो बता देंगे, but maybe something they don't want you to know, they'll be कुछ नहीं, right? So personally, I feel the taboo breaking will only start when you realize that it's normal and it's natural. You're not doing anything abnormal. And I think it's more about self-awareness first. If I know, if I at the moment I stand at the ground that it's normal, everyone does it or has to do it at some point. You don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. But it's like breathing. Everyone breathes. You don't judge people's breathing because you survive on it and you do it out in the open. But I personally feel that it just got to be accepted that yes, it happens, and that's about it. For this generation we are in, convincing our parents against it is too big of a task. So I personally feel start convincing your young girls, because they will lead the generation forward. Your parents won't. Parents one day, sorry, but like there is an end, and that's how you that's how you bring the change. So you have something to tell, educate the younger ones. Because if you don't, I'm sorry, but the cycle repeats.
I am totally in agree with you, both of you here, because yes, as Anjali said, कि बात करने से ही सब कुछ होगा, and I also respect that and I believe in that as well. That's why we are talking here today. And plus, as Elna said, कि हाँ, but like अपने से छोटे, the next generation who have come up, we have to teach them, क्योंकि अभी भी इंडिया में ये सब चीज़ सिखाया नहीं जाता है. They don't know about it. So I can relate to it because my younger brother, like cousin younger brother, watches my videos, watches my episodes, has seen things. I am talking about certain different things that he is starting to understand right now, and he's just in class 11. He just got in class 11 right now, and I feel happy that he texts me, he comments on my posts, he comments on my reels, videos, whatever it is. कि भैया ये समझ में नहीं आया, भैया ऐसे कैसे ये. It gives me the enthusiasm to yes, this is how change will come up. So I am in 100% agreement here. But we have talked about prejudices, we have talked about the different kinds of stereotypes, misconceptions, advices that we can give, or how can we break this stigma. But what about parents accepting? As you touched the topic right now, Elnaz, and we people have been right now talking about it somewhere. Ki parents ka kya?
So my mom, like I remember that when we were coming up with our project, my mom was very excited. So I live in a household. We are 4 females and 1 little brother of mine, my cousin's brother. Okay. So when my brother saw it, my brother was like, "Oh, sex ed, oh." That was his literal reaction. Until date, and he has like multiple accounts on Instagram, so I use it for save the post, share the post. And initially he wasn't so keen. He was like, why will I share sex ed on my page? Eventually now it's become he likes the post and he genuinely shares it. And he is 13 years old right now. Okay, so that was my brother. My mom, she was like, kar do, bahut badhiya, karo, dot. And I think parents is the major difference Sanjay and I bring in. Like we bring in very different perspectives, because my side of the family is very open about it. Like my dad sometimes, like there are times when I'm doing the live and he's over and he's just like, but then he talks to his friends very happy that my daughter is doing this and that way. But my Nanu, my cousin Nanu, he lives in Gujarat. Okay, and he's one of the most active people on social media, and I think I've spoken about the story earlier as well. And he called. So my mom was, initially when we started Shout, we had created those Instagram, WhatsApp messages, because obviously you can't share yourself on Instagram, right? And he replied to my mother and he's like, what is Elnaz doing, And mom's like, she's created this, page with a friend and all of that. And he's like, no. But what is it about? What is she educating people about? She's like, women, is it children? And mom's like, actually both, sex ed she's doing. So he couldn't understand, acha, sex and education are, are you using them together? So he was acting all oblivious. Excuse me, he said. And mom's like, yeah, she's talking about, the precautions, how, different types and all that. He couldn't relish it. He said, okay, bye. And the conversation ended. So that was my side of the tale.
Yeah. For me, it was initially, I was very scared to tell my parents that we are working on a project related to sex ed, like for the college assignment. And I just snuck it into a conversation very casually, like, we are doing this, it's about sex ed, because people don't get it in school, and blah 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 karke I ended the talk. You're like, okay, cool, project hi to hai, unhe kya pata tha baad mein Instagram page ban jayega. So that time it was all cool. Later on, when I told mom ki we are going to do this, so I think initially she was like, tum kya daloge post mein? Are you going to talk about? It should not be vulgar, things like that. But later she came to terms with it. And my dad does not live with us because he's an army officer. He is posted outside. So, I think both are acceptable towards this right now. And in fact, they are glad because Shout is doing so well. Both of them are very proud. Just like Elna said that her dad talks about it very proudly. Same here also. Like my mom will tell her colleagues, Sandhi's page, Sandhi's and her friend's page, Shout is doing very well. And, I had recently applied for a course in Stanford, and in the interview they asked me about my work experience. And I mentioned Shout. And they were so happy to hear about that. They were like, that was like, it was a very unexpected reaction for me. And the fact that it is a sex education page also, gave me that edge in the interview. So Shout really brings a difference that way.
It's incredible. To be honest, मेरे घर पे भी जब मैं बात करता हूँ तो I started with periods. क्योंकि periods के like we call it something else at my place. And then धीरे when I started talking about something and my mom used to see my reels or my dad used to see my reels or anything, my dad doesn't talk to me directly about these things, but my mom directly मेरे से पूछी हुई है कि ये LGBTQ जो भी तुम बोलता है बात करता है उसके बारे में, it's just a trend, right? I was like, it's not a trend. It's been there since ages. We don't know about it because we don't talk about it. We need to talk about it. And I'm somewhere very curious. I shouldn't say this, I believe I will be very wrong, but I'm very curious, and I asked her myself, what if some of your relatives, your own sister, own brother, was someone who actually belonged to the community? What would you have done at that point? She used to be blank, she just, हाँ उस वक्त हम accept कर लेता है. I was like, okay, ठीक है आप इतना बोल दिया वो भी बहुत बड़ा बात है, but I understand. So thank you for sharing these things, because not everyone is that okay about sharing, the whole thing when it comes to parents or relatives or friends. But do you both of you think that जब parents ये सब चीज के लिए acceptable हो जाते हैं, घंटा फर्क पड़ता है कोई और कुछ सोचता है? Do you think that?
I think that's true because they are the immediate support system for us. And they are the elders whom we look up to for everything in life. And if we have got their support, then I don't think koi jo bhi kahe, it does not matter.
Same, honestly, to me more than actually, it doesn't matter to me. And I'm sort of that kind of a person. मुझे कोई अगर मम्मी भी बोल देगी ना तो मुझे तभी भी फर्क नहीं पड़ता. मतलब I really value their opinion. I genuinely do, because I feel they are speaking from a certain point of view. But I like keeping that my point of view, their point of view, right? I think that's very important as well. But yes, it acts as an immediate support system, and it's not only your friends; it's like your immediate, your core circle.
Yeah,
your friends, your family, your relatives, anybody. It's honestly anyone. Your 1 a.m. friend or whatever. It's just that till the time they have, and it's not even personally for me. It's not about कि I need a push कि मैं ठीक कर रही हूँ ना sex ed के बारे में. It's more about the emotional grounds of it. That will I be able to take it forward? Will I be able to run with it? It's those little things that we need a push about, because I think we're too late into the game to be able to think, oh shit, हम sex ed कर रहे हैं.
Yeah.
ठीक है. Now we can't crib about it, and I don't think we do. It's one subject we've never, I don't think that we ever reconsidered.
Yeah, never.
And I mean, we did anything and everything to get our faculty to even approve the concept. Yeah, and she looked at us. I remember हम बैठे हुए थे, and she looked at me and she said, "Are you sure तुम्हें ये करना है?"
Yeah, there was this look of hesitation.
Yeah, she had this question mark.
Our
design school में हो.
Yeah, our faculty also said that she can't say anything because NIFT के बच्चे शायद चढ़ जाए उन पे.
Exactly. So she was very low-key about it, and she was like, take slow, there's so many other things, she tried to, and she's been a great support. Not gonna lie, she was one of the reasons why we even started the page. But in the beginning, we sensed the hesitation from her as well. It was absolutely, it wasn't only her, it was also our peers. Right? And I honestly do thank God for giving me those peers, because they motivated us to be able to mold Shout. Right? Because you always have these set of people who are pushing you directly or indirectly to do your best. That's what happened for us.
Your bad way.
Absolutely. And that's about it. Doesn't matter.
If someone even asks you, तुम लोग कर पाओगे क्या, will you guys be able to do it? It's a boost also somewhere कि हाँ हम लोग करके दिखाएंगे. We can do it.
Negative reinforcement wala logic works very well. Very, very well.
Absolutely. So, okay, we'll start with the rapid fire questions that I have set up for you guys. I would really like to go with Sanjali first. Then the next question would be for Elnaz, then Sanjali.
My God.
You can go with that.
Sure.
It's just a yes or no question, which ends with another big question, which I would really like to know from the perspective of both of you. So, okay, let's start with Sanjali then. Would sex ed help in the following problems? That's the whole part of it. Understanding one's sexuality.
Yes.
Okay. As being empathetic for someone who comes out.
Definitely.
Okay. Sanjali, lessening or actually removing rape, molestation, harassment of any kind.
Yes, and it's a proven fact.
Okay. Elnaz, understanding gender identity.
If you understand your sexuality, you'll automatically get your gender identity.
Okay. Understanding your own body.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the, first thing when it comes to sex ed.
Okay. Understanding the difference between personality and sexuality. When you talk to someone.
Yes, sir. See, yes.
Okay. Help lessen toxic masculinity, racism, body shaming, etc.
Yes.
Okay. Normalizing treating people from the LGBTQIA+ community based on what they are, not about their sexuality. It's the same question, some sort, but yes or no?
I think not sex ed. That it doesn't teach you that. Acceptance comes from your values and from how open and understanding you are. Sex ed can only teach you that yes, there is a difference. Yes, something like this exists. But the acceptance can only come from within you.
Okay, perfect answer. Thank you. But these questions, I wanted to ask you these questions because there will be a lot of people who would be listening to this and उनको थोड़ा सा अंदाजा पड़ेगा कि क्या-क्या चीज़ के बारे में actually है. As we touch menstruation, I didn't ask about the question as well. वरना उसको भी मैं पूछता. The other thing that I wanted to say was that the question apart from this that I wanted to ask you guys was, where do you think should sex ed start? Should it be at home or should it be in school?
At home.
At home.
Okay, why?
But for today's generation, on social media, through Shout's page. No, just kidding. At home for sure.
Okay, why do you say so? Like, what's your perspective on it?
First of all, you will be hearing it from people you're comfortable with. So it doesn't become, first of all, जो वो एक वो होता है ना,
The awkwardness.
awkwardness, the vacuum, that's gone anyhow because you're talking to your mother. If it's at an earlier age, the better, because a child, when it's developing, they're genuinely curious to know. So when you start young, there's no question of being awkward. It's just like, what is that, mama? And let's start, right? And that's why I say at home, because if you are not told at home, you'll be more awkward when you're outside.
And according to me, if you are told about these things at home, you don't have to look anywhere else for same information. Like, you'll not go out searching for it. And just like, ABCD सिखाया जाता है बच्चों को, the same way sex ed is taught, it will be very normal. Just like हमें अभी अलग से sex ed पे emphasize करना पड़ रहा है, but if we start talking about it at home, there's no difference between normal education and sex education. Sex education will be a part of your normal education.
Well said.
Thank you for those answers. The next question that I want to ask you guys is some sort of an advice for anyone who wants to actually start some page like this, something turning it to a whole venture where they actually invest or whatever it is. Throughout your journey, one piece of advice or learning that you would like to share with them.
Just go with it and don't think twice.
Yeah, I mean, know your shit. Know what you're signing up for.
Fitting into,
yeah. So, speaking from personal experience, yes, it did take Sanji and I just a day to start. But, we had good 11 months of groundwork before that. Right? It might be little things also, but we just knew why are we doing what we are doing. And also knowing what we are doing. Because it will not take you time to start. What will take time is to build on it. And if you see it reach a particular level, it won't just happen overnight. So you've got to be ready for the commitment.
And there will be a lot of ups and downs. There will be highs and
lot of downs.
And you have to, be ready for it. You can't be like, ab to niche chalega, ab nahi ho sakta mere se. You have to
don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up. And have somebody. It could be a superficial character, it could be your parents, it could be a teddy, but have somebody so that you can speak your heart out. Because sometimes you wouldn't want to talk to your peer about it, or you might not want to you just wouldn't want to say it out loud, but you always need somebody you can have this conversation with. Something where you actually identify where you're trying to get to.
For that. Okay, where do you think Shout will be after, let's say, 5 years? Where do you see Shout to be?
Too long. Too long.
We have not thought about it because we keep thinking about series to series.
Yeah, we always so short term because we feel that everything is so intricate. But I really hope, more than seeing.
Yeah.
No, 5 years is great. I will answer for 5 years. Sanjali can answer for a little less if she wants. But more than saying where Shout will be, I personally hope that in 5 years, Shout is able to create a difference. And Shout is a page where people, something that people refer to. He sex ed chahiye, arey tujhe nahi mili, okay, Shout.
That's where I see Shout. Yeah.
Yes, like we know Wikipedia hai, Google hai. We know कि क्या चाहिए. अच्छा, Google. मतलब you don't even think twice. तुम Yahoo search भी करते होगे, you still say Google, right? So I think that's where I see Shout.
When you think about sex ed, think about Shout. Like Shout. That's it.
Great answer. कोई भी ऐसा बोला नहीं आज तक, but yeah, it's amazing. Because
extremely aspirational people we are.
No, it's good because as you guys have faced so many things and ज़्यादा ऐसा कुछ अगर हम लोग करने जाते हैं ना, there are more lows than highs. और वो हाईज कुछ टाइम के लिए रहता है, लोज ऐसा चीज है जो it goes on, and that's where you want to be strong, that's where you can't be vulnerable. And seeing you guys talk it out, talk about things, sharing your vulnerability regarding Shout, and actually having the opportunity to talk to you guys about the whole journey, it's good, because it's not just good, it's enlightening for me and also a lot of people for sure, because आप लोग ने ये कभी सोच के चालू नहीं किया था. It was just a project which turned out to be something else altogether, and you guys had the opportunity to learn yourself and educate others as well. So that's amazing. My last question that I have been asking everyone I have been bringing out this season, to just know what they have learned. And I believe the concept of, when you are growing, when you are doing something of your own, a job, a profession, or a business, whatever it is, a small venture, a big venture, cafe, anything, you always grow. अब जैसे कोई भी, अगर मैं आई एम जस्ट गिविंग यू अ सिंपल एग्जांपल, अगर हम लोग कोई भी आर्ट के बारे में बात करें तो एन आर्टिस्ट आल्सो कीप्स ऑन ग्रोइंग एवरी टाइम. जब भी वो नेक्स्ट आर्ट बनाता है, चाहे वो क्राफ्ट हो, चाहे वो म्यूजिक हो, डांस हो, एनीथिंग, दे गेट बेटर एंड बेटर एंड बेटर, सो दे ग्रो. Stagnant होना कोई नहीं चाहता. So what kind of differences do you see in yourself? I don't want आप लोग एक दूसरे के बारे में बोलो, but अपने लिए अगर आप लोग आंसर करो तो ज़्यादा बेटर है. So please let me, if you guys will be comfortable sharing what changes you see in yourself, what growth you see in yourself when you started Shout, when you had the thought process of starting Shout, and today.
You go first.
Oh God, okay. All right. Besides all the things that I've learned about sex ed and all of that, I think that comes hand in hand when you're doing the business of picture. For me, it was more, I learned to be patient. And I'm telling you, my patience is like very thin, very thin. So I learned to be patient. I learned to be able to communicate better and to be able to
आपको पेशेंट
to be able
होना भी तो पड़ेगा ना, because getting such comments, such if you burst out in every comment, you don't have the energy anymore.
I honestly didn't. In the beginning, I remember texting Sanjali also, but I'm very sorry but it's very correlated about these things. But I remember I would text her that, listen, I can't. And it would get so gross, it would get so cheap. And so I just learned to be patient. I learned to be able to collect the right things and give it in the right way. Because even when we got those comments, I personally took note of it and I realized कि maybe अगर मैं ये ऐसे कर दूंगी तो शायद वो comments ना आए. Obviously, after the point you cannot stop it, but it is what it is. So more than besides the intelligence and the educational aspect, I feel internally my EQ has grown maybe a little bit more.
Nicely put. Sanjali.
For me, I am a very introvert person. Okay, and Ilnaz knows that very well. And before we were going to start to make reels, I guess, and I told Ilnaz कि तुम ही बनाओ, मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा. I can't do that because I'm a very introvert person. But she pushed me to do it, and I'm glad she did, because I'm getting less awkward after every reel I make. And if this call or the podcast recording was supposed to happen 1 year earlier, I wouldn't be here because I was not comfortable to talk at all. I always used to be like, Ilnaz tum bolna, main nahi bol paungi. There are still situations like that where I'd ask her to say things, but yeah. And also the fact that how to communicate, just like Ilnaz said, how to manage a team, how to go hand in hand, what social media is, what it has grown into, the business aspect of it, the meetings. I have learned a lot of things, and all of it goes to Shout.
I learned to stay up at night, not panic about work, and I learned to disagree. That it's
Yeah.
okay to disagree because there are just so many goddamn disagreements, when you're a part of the team. And I learned how to not be, what's the right word? How to not regret my decisions. It's not like I don't, but there are a lot of times that I find Saji shit, yaar, I'm so sorry. We should have probably done this. But yeah, like these little, and also, I've I think become a little more thankful to be able to see what kind of backgrounds all our teammates come from, and they just add such a great perspective to the entire feed, to the concept that I'm so thankful that if not for them, the feed wouldn't be here.
Yeah, I
Right? And
mean,
like they work more than we do, I think sometimes. And it feels so. I honestly feel it feels nothing less than a blessing, to be very honest.
That's great. But as Sanjali told ki, when she was a bit, awkward to do things, she used to tell you or, talk about it or anything. And you right now pointing out that there are a lot of disagreements. I would really like to know, did you guys have any disagreement, fights or anything? Do you guys have that?
I think it's very normal, na? It's like saying ki I like writing in cursive and she likes to like in like cut off letters. So you know where to find the common typeface. And I think that's what you do with the feeds also.
I feel Elnaz and I mostly agree on things. There have been very less, situations where we totally like opposite perspective towards one. But because mostly we have only one, मतलब दोनों का same idea होता है mind में, ठीक है? And whatever the other person says, the other person agrees. There have been very less situations where we totally disagree on a, decision. Oh yeah.
काफी beneficial है ये चीज, but not everyone has this.
Yeah.
काफी लोग they start
To
something.
have that.
No, trust me. I have seen people who have started ventures together, best friends, out of the blue, falling apart just because of the venture.
Even-
6 months in, just 6 months in.
And Laz and I were only like what? Normal classmates before this project started. We have grown into friends through the process of making Shout Active.
You sit on the opposite corners of the classroom.
Yeah.
Like वो सबसे front row में बैठती थी कोने में, मैं सबसे last row में बैठती थी कोने में. And I honestly like the doubt wasn't of the friendship, to be very honest, and it is that we weren't aware that the imagination could be similar.
Yeah,
Right,
we
and
didn't
I think
know
the
that
only
the other person is like that at that point.
yeah, and the only time we disagree is over probably okay, maybe not this aesthetic or maybe not this font. Can I? But I love this font, so I'm going to be very rigid and I'm not going to. That's it. So it's very little things we find out, and I think that's it. But usually we figure it out.
So touch wood that you guys have, such a great bonding and you guys actually understand each other that way, because not all people have that kind of understanding or anything when it comes to anything that they are starting together. So it's really nice. Thank you so much for all your insights. That is the last question I had, and I am really happy that I had the chance to talk to both of you. Have a different perspective towards sex ed, towards starting something like this or talking about something like this on a whole different level. Because I thought talking about sex ed is just, you just talk about it. There's a lot to it as well when it comes to you want to talk about it, you want to put it out right. And seeing how you guys are creating your content, how you guys are putting it out, be it reels, be it your live sessions. There have been an amazing, I attended one of your live sessions. I have seen all your reels. I have seen majorly all your posts as well. It's really nice, and I recommend everyone who's listening to actually go and check out their page. Obviously, they'll be trying to do this, to do this thing inside their head, it's sex ed and something like that. But trust me, काफी entertaining है, काफी easy way में, काफी अच्छे से आपको समझ में आएगा कि क्या these two people are trying to portray. So thank you so much, Sanjali and Elnaz. Anything that you want to say, for the outro, anything that you want to add?
I mean, honestly, it's great. First of all, thank you so much for calling us. Secondly, kudos to you for talking to people and talking about initiatives that I don't think normally Indians would talk about. And all the power to you, to be very very honest. And it's personally been super great. And I think I speak on behalf of both of us that this is just another platform for us to be able to just talk about how sex ed is just not that big of a deal and you should get it, right? So for everyone who's listening, thank you so much for listening and being patient and understanding our personal journey to get where we are. And we really hope that you join us and you join him, and we're able to honestly create a difference in the respective fields that we're a part of. And I hope all of you are safe, taking care, and healthy. And
yeah, thank you so much for having us. And I mean, I had mentioned earlier that you have been bringing information, like spreading information to others. Like, for example, you knew us and then you are spreading information to our listeners, right? So that's a really nice thing to do, and thank you so much for giving us this opportunity and talking about this. It was a really nice session. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I honestly didn't get to know as the time passed, and I really hope that for the listeners is equally, smooth and not like, oh, what am I listening to?
Okay. I also hope for that. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you for insights. Thank you for talking about it. Thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for actually being blank and frank about, talking about your whole journey, starting Shout and everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much everyone for listening to this episode. If you like my content and still haven't subscribed to my channel, you can do it now and help me grow. And if you like the episode today, please like, share and comment as well. And I have shared a few links down on the description below. Please give a follow. Also, my podcast is available on various other platforms. A link to them are on the description below. Thank you so much everyone. Next episode next Saturday.